And you know what? I'm gonna, you know, oh yeah. Hey Alex, did you go to the Cars and Coffee and check out Vanilla Ice's rebuild? No, and this is why.
Turn up the volume, crank up the bass, oh yeah. Vanilla Ice in the place, here to tell you a little story about my 5.0. Just to let you know, I'm in total control. Oh yes, many people know that I got good
those
taste.
ponies
If the cops
are
try to
barely
chase in
spinning.
a high-speed race, I just laugh right in the face and say, yo, don't even waste your time, see?
No cop
Cause
down
I
here
can
looks
red
like
line
that.
and
Oh
leave
my
you
god, he
far
went to
behind
red line,
because I'm
6,000
out getting mine
RPM.
and I'm sweating like steam
Probably
when you
was
can feel
ticking
the
after
flow
that.
when I'm rolling in my 5.0.
Wow.
Rolling.
Hey Alex, why don't you go out and check out Vanilla Ice? I'm like, yeah, no. I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that. What's up, guys? Talking shit episode. What the hell is it? 33. Hey, hey, are you gonna be live today, Bijo? Yeah, like every freaking Tuesday. Like every freaking Tuesday, I'm gonna go live on at the same time. For those of you that are on, John Lunn's gonna be on answering some questions on the chat. So if you want to talk some shit to John, ask him some questions on the chat side while you hear me just talk shit. We can go from there. But what I'm going to start the show off with today, which has been all over the feed, all over everything. Tony Bolton, Fittipaldi's, exactly. That means Tony Full Bolton is just as old as me. Fittipaldi. So he ends up, so what's been on everyone's news feed, like all freaking last couple of days, the whole Kobe Bryant death. So let's talk about that real quick. Kobe Bryant death and the subsequent reaction to people. I know this isn't Mustang related, but it's all over your newsfeed and it's all over everywhere. Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter accident. A bunch of people died in the helicopter, pilots, couple families, his daughter. Sad set of events. But the subsequent reaction has been crazy to me. Like crazy to me that people are out there capitalizing, trying to be the first to comment on it, the first to say, break the news, and then again the memes, which blows my fucking mind. Look, I get it. People want to be funny and they want to be shock jocks. That's fine. I don't care about that. I don't mind that. What I do mind is hypocrites, right? People that have done fucked up shit, like real fucked up shit. Like, look, what's the most fucked up shit you've ever done? Like, think about that. What's the nastiest skeleton in your closet? Cheated on your wife, taxes, took money into the table, embezzled funds from a company and got fired. A bunch of dumb shit. And you guys are out there, some of you out there talking all this shit about a dead dude, Kobe Bryant, who was accused of some stuff back in the day, accused, never convicted. And then, he's got money, so he got away with it. And I'm just like, wow, when I see that shit come across my feed, I delete that person because I don't like, if you're that fucking retarded to go out there and popping off on some dumb shit just for attention, I get it. Kobe's dead. Let the fucking guy rest in peace. Now you motherfuckers are out there, he was out there sodomizing women and this. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are retarded. Ever since the impeachment started with Trump, the nice thing about social media, dude, if someone says some stupid shit that comes up on your feed, I just delete them. Fucking gone. See you later. You're fucking gone. Bye. Same thing with the Kobe thing. Like, if you're that fucking stupid to pop off on some dumb shit when you yourself have done probably similar, more fucked up shit, cheat on your wife, get your dick sucked every time you leave town, fuck her sister, all this crazy shit, and then you guys are out there like on the moral high ground trying to get likes and shock value on your post, fuck you. Like, really? Fuck you forever. You're fucking retarded. And the nice thing is I can just delete you from my feed and I'm done and I don't have to see it again. And that's it. Like that's really it. But yeah, sad set of events. John Lunn was telling me John Lunn's a helicopter pilot. Is or was a helicopter pilot. And yeah, he told me a little bit of what could have happened in that situation with thick fog and everything. And it's just Bad set of circumstances, but I'm not going to dawn too much on that shit. We got so much shit to talk about when it comes to Mustang stuff specifically. And who the fuck is selling 9-second packages? 9-second packages are done. Like someone saying, what do you think about YouTubers selling 9-second packages? That's been done since the beginning of time. I remember when I worked at VMP, they had a 9-second package. It was a 69 millimeter pulley. At the time, a boosted pump, ID 1050s or the 1000s and a S550, boom, 9s. That's how they sold it. The 9-second package, that's how people bought it. So there's nothing new about that shit. But I did see Ford out there in Detroit trying not to get its wheels stolen from the Mach One and doing some quote unquote testing on the Mach One. Now, what's the Mach One going to be? My last video that I released yesterday was talking about what the possible combos for the Mach One would be. So I don't think it's going to be anything like I talked about in the video yesterday. A lot of people were like, oh, it's going to get a 5.2. I don't think so. It's going to get a DCT. I also don't think so, because every Mach 1 that's ever come out in history has been a lipsticked up GT, basically a nice GT with lipstick. And you go, okay, so all of a sudden it's going to be this badass car that comes out of nowhere and is just as good or better than the GT350 and GT500? No, because then what? Then you have 3 vehicles that you can buy and upgrade and make close to 850, 900. Actually, you could do that with the GT right now with the 10R80. 10R80 in a straight line is still King Daddy when it comes to Gen 3 stuff, right? Gen 3 10R80 is in a straight line is probably going to perform better than any DCT. Why? Because it has clutches and you have to launch it like a manual. But right now they're starting to figure out how to launch those guys. The best 60 foot I think that was cut in a GT500 was like a 1.5, and the best ET I think it's like a 974. Evo went 980, 144. So I think once the TCM gets figured out and people start trying to launch the car, like legit trying to launch the car, that's when the shit goes downhill. Funny thing is, because a lot of people are still using the automatic mindset with this car. So I'm sure they're looking in the calibration as to torque limits and stuff like, wait, well, where's the torque limit on this thing? I'm like, guys, it has clutches. So it's probably more clutch protection than torque limits. I mean, maybe. I mean, it's a manual. So treat it like a fucking manual. Treat it like a manual. That's the way I'm going to look at it. So once people start launching it, like really launching it, which blows my mind because the car's a road race car, even the non-performance package GT500, it is a badass stopping, turning, kind of all around car. And the fact that it still runs into the 9s with cat deletes, E85, pulley, and some tuning, that bodes well for the car. IAT is still high on these cars. Trust me, everyone that thinks IAT isn't an issue, try to boost it to death. Watch IAT climb really quick. And then what? You can shove turbos in it in an ice tank? Jesus Christ. Just to say you have a fast GT500? Kind of retarded. But people are going to do it. People are going to do it because that's what we do. We take a car that's meant to turn, stop, and do everything well and say, fuck it, bro, let's go down the quarter mile with it. And then tuners go, chest pump and go, I got the quickest and fastest. And then when they get beat, they're quiet. Or they micro record it to death, right? Let's say, for instance, any other tuner tomorrow goes 950 with a GT500. Well, they'll still say, well, we still got this. Where it's just like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, shut up. You got beat. Shut up, man. Like when we get beat, we're like, all right, we got beat. But when y'all get beat, it's like, oh my God, I didn't touch the blower. I don't have jack radials in it. Fucking R888 with a 100 tread wear. Come on. Cut the shit. But those cars are going to be made really, really fast once they get the IAT figured out, get the launch figured out with the TCM and the shifting. It's going to be fun. That car is going to be a 50, maybe a 40 car in the near future. That is super, super stout. Now, I put out the question as a drag car because that's how we measure everything in the United States. Drag car. Is Demon King Daddy still? Like, stock Demons are 99910 cars. Stock Demons. I'm saying stock Demon tuning with the race computer and the race gas with the stock Demon tune that comes with it, because I guess you get 2 computers. I guess you got to take a computer out, put another computer in that comes with the Demon in that little box that you get for $120,000 or whatever it is, and go out there on Dodge's shit. And race gas, it's it's from the factory, so you can technically say it's stock. So with the drag radials that it comes with, stock. And according to them, in a private test session, it went like 960. So if it's drag racing, Demon's still King Daddy. If it's on the street, roll racing, and all around car, you're not going to touch the GT500. You're just not going to touch. You're not going to touch the GT500. It's really tough to beat that car when it comes to being an all-around vehicle. But back on Mach 1. So it's going to be a lipsticked up, nice GT. And I think the bullet's going to go away. That's what I think is going to happen. I think the bullet's going to go to shit. It's going to go, okay, it's got a cool cold air. See ya. GT350 throttle body. Okay. And here's a shaker hood. And I guarantee there's going to be some people that will buy the car for a shaker hood. If it has a shaker hood and you guys buy it for a shaker hood, it blows my mind. Because remember when people were buying bullets? The bullet, it's a shiny GT that's green and some of them are black. And then people were paying like 10,000 above GT prices for that bullet. And if you were to sell it, I don't know, 5 years from now, you're not going to get a dime above. You're not going to get 10,000 more than a GT. You're going to get probably the same. Same thing happened with 2 valve. Same thing happened with 3 valve. Same thing happened with S197. Actually, 3 valve. Was there a bullet 11 to 14 car? I don't remember if there was a bullet 11 to 14 car. Like, not at all. I don't think so. Same thing with Saline. I think the Mach 1 is going to be a pretty GT. That's pretty much it. And then finally, everyone was sending me the links that I knew was going to happen, and I think had already happened way back when, is someone shoving a 7.3 in a notch, a Fox body. Now, that is predictable. Now, the 7.3 is 450 or 450 something cubic inches, 7.3 liters. Now, it is rumored that it is heavier than the Coyote. That it is heavier than the Coyote. Could you imagine you buy this engine package that is narrower and it fits nice in a notch Mustang? It's nice, narrow, put it in there, boom, and then you're like, shit, it's still heavier than the Coyote? Even though it physically is smaller and narrower, it is still heavier than a Coyote engine? That would be crazy, right? That would be nuts if that's the case. But I think that's the case. Unconfirmed reports have told me or have said that the 7.3 is heavier than a Coyote. So a lot of people that were weight conscious are going to say, oh yeah, I mean, that's normal. It'll be okay. Once we put boost to it, it'll take 11 or 1200 horsepower real easily. Really? Unconfirmed reports have told me that they have already put boost to it and it has flung rods like a motherfucker. Unconfirmed reports, of course. Not that I know anyone in the industry or anything like that. Then someone recently put a cam in one, cam in an intake, and it made 600 flywheel horsepower, measuring from the balls. So it's a 7.3. Of course it's going to make power if you put a cam in it and their intake and redo how it takes in air and gets air out. If you reconfigure the cam setup and the intake setup, yeah, it's going to make decent power because it's a 7.3. It's a 7.3, guys. It's fucking monster. Someone said 445 cubic inch iron block forged crank. Right. Really, really heavy. And once you're trying to start, now those rods and pistons, I don't think we're really designed to take a bunch of RPM. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Just wait till people start trying to put boost on the stock bottom end. Now, the thing I don't like about cam and block setups is you got to open them up to make power. You got to open them up to make power. Just like a 7-liter LS that came in Z06s. Cam, intake, valves, because they drop, a set of heads, and it makes a shitload of power naturally aspirated. Well, a 7.3, if you rework the whole motherfucker, should make that kind of power too. So it's not surprising. But when you look at Coyote, you don't have to open it up at all. Just add boost and ethanol. Ta-da! Thing makes a shitload of power, especially Gen 2 and up. Look at David Van Norris. David Van Norris is a great example. Did he not go 840s or 850s? With a bone stock sealed, stock oil pump gear, stock, except a turbo 400 and a big single turbo with the 85. Guys out there running 850s, 860s consistently with a stock Gen 3 motor, not bottom end, stock Gen 3 motor, top to bottom, just boost, E85, turbo 400, and Lund tuning, of course. So it'll be it'll be interesting to see what the 7.3 can handle boost wise, plain and simple boost wise. See what the deal is with that 7.3. Let's say you put a cam in it. I'll give the 7.3 the benefit of the doubt. Cam and intake, gonna make good power. Let's see if you can make 900 with boost for how long. Let's see, because unconfirmed reports are telling me that the rods are flinging out of the oil pan when you put 8 psi, 9 psi to it, which is kooky to me. All right, let me get to the questions because you guys get all up on my shit when it comes to the question. Clifford Ford 311 TV says, gonna have to watch later. Wife got home from work and she's in the shower. She's gonna want that bitch out when she gets out. I like it. I like that shit, brother. That's why I record this shit and it uploads about 20 minutes after I'm done. Watch it again. Timothy Fush says, hey, douchebag, love the content. Keep it up. Man, not a question, just a comment. Slack. House Mao 5 says, it's a goddamn truck motor meant for fleet use. Why would you spend more than a crate motor on a heavier instead? Try true techniques to reliably make power. Shit's whack. Dude, 100% agree with you. It is, guys, it is 7.3 liters. Just stop and think. 7.3. It's big boy. It's a big boy. Oh, yeah. 7.3 going 10.8 with a Pro Charger. Exactly. What pistons and rods on the 7.3? I don't know. I'm sure it's some powdered Ford shit. Ford doesn't necessarily put big boy badass shit on truck engines. I mean, if history is any indicator, what is the most badass truck engine Ford ever put out there? The 5.4 3-valve? The 5.4 2-valve? The 32 valve 5.4 that came in Lincoln Navigators, that one was probably the best one. Or the Raptor 6.2, probably the Raptor 6.2, because with boost you could probably make 600 plus rear wheel horsepower. But anything after that, it was just like, nah, not gonna happen. And I think that was a 2 valve, the Raptor 6.2. So it definitely wasn't something that was meant for big boy power. Now, if you put money into anything, it's going to make power. Fuck me, guys. I don't get why you guys are like, I can't wait to work these heads and work this in 1200. Coyotes do that now. Old small block Fords did that in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Now, all of a sudden, I'm supposed to get my dick all in a wad because a new 7.3 is out? Come on, get out of here. If Ford was really wanting to, make a splash, they'd have a hybrid electric motor, badass shit. Something that makes like 500 horsepower and then 700 foot-pounds of torque with the electric motors. That would be badass. And it goes 0 to 60 in 3.0. Badass shit. But if you're out there trying to sell me a 7.3 liter truck motor, come on. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Mr. Nitro says, hey, Alex, do farts push the shit out or does the shit push the farts out? So that's a good question. I don't think anything pushes the shit out except your colon and your sphincter muscles. But I think it's like chicken or the egg, right? So do yourself a favor, right? Don't eat much all day. But then have like 3 eggs. You're going to fart, right? I don't think you're pushing shit out with the fart. I think, you're just processing stuff and it's like, here's a fart. Now, someone made me laugh the other day saying, I don't understand people that fart like loudly in public. I don't understand that. I'm one of those guys, like I was in 2 long-term relationships and they never heard me fart. And you guys are like, well, why not? It's cool. Then I'm sneaking in at night while you're at work and I'm smashing that ass because you're a fucking pig and she doesn't want anything to do with you. So then he's like, oh no, my farts, they're clean farts. Do the fart challenge. Have a nice clean pair of tighty whities, go to Walmart or Target and get yourself a nice white pair of underwear and fart all day. I guarantee that underwear is going to be full of shit by the end of the day. Guarantee it's going to be full of shit. And you're out there saying your farts don't stink, your farts aren't shitty, wet, nasty. It is shit particles. So basically the farts push the shit out. That's how I look at it. Basically it's a long-winded answer to all that bullshit. David Van Norris, 3rd gen, 1100 horsepower, 100% stock engine with a single turbo fuel, 826, 162. Holy shit. Exactly. So it's really tough to try to sell me on a 7.3 when Coyote is still King Bicho. Like Coyote's going to be King Bicho for a long time. Coyote's King Bicho over 5'4", over 5'8", and over 5'2". I'm sorry, it is. It's King Bicho Tazo all day, every day. Did you guys see that Vanilla Ice unveiled a car at the Cars and Coffee? Did you guys see that Vanilla Ice unveiled his... I guess he's had this white convertible 5-liter for the longest time. He's like, I'm going to unveil it at the Cars and Coffee. And I was like, I was going to go to that Cars and Coffee until I heard that shit. Because I didn't want to be there for the douche chills. I'm like, ooh, what's it going to look like? Is it going to be some Puerto Rican version of a 5.0? And is it going to be some shitty wheels, shitty this? Am I going to hear Ice Ice Baby for fucking 10 hours? Yep. That's what it was. Thank God I didn't go. I am so smart for not going. And sure enough, they unveiled it. And then they didn't know how to pull the cover. Like how do you want to do this? Let's do it front to back. No, let's do it back to front. And I lost it when I saw that video. I'm like, you always do front to back. Never do it back to front. Then they pumped up Ice Ice Baby and the sound system. And then you unveil the car and you go, oh, looks like a Puerto Rican built it. It had like red, white, and blue seats. It had some wheels, some Puerto Rican wheels. It had dumps. It sounded awful. I mean, congratulations, Vanilla Ice, for keeping that car and restoring it. But goddamn, you should have just done a factory restore with a nice paint job, nice white leather, pony R's, low, fucking fat tires in the back, 17 by 10 pony R's. What the fuck? When I saw it, I went, wow. Even Puerto Ricans looked at it and was like, man, coño, bicho, eso está demasiado. Ese cajo está cabrón. Mira para esa mierda. Parece. Even Puerto Ricans were like, nah, I'm good. So it was not a good time. Apparently, I wasn't going to go to that Cars and Coffee. It's like 5 miles away. And I was like, I'm going to stay home. After seeing that car unveiled, I'm like, I think I have to leave the Mustang community. I think I'm going to have to. You guys are just all retarded, bro. Like, you're all fucking retarded between your tuning loyalties. you're popping off on some dumb shit. Your Pro Charger love from Tony. I'm like, man, I got to leave this community. Not that I'm going to join any other community, but I'll stick to Ford. But I'll just stick new Ford engines in old cars, because the Mustang community has been engulfed by Subaru vaping fuckboys that are like bringing their internet arguments into real life. It blows my mind that the arguments that happen online, if they happen in they will never happen in person. They'll never happen in person. Nobody online that pops off on dumb shit will tell, okay, I'll give you a good example. No one that's ever popped off about me online has never said anything to me in person. Period. They can try to get me fired, do a whole bunch of dumb shit. But when it comes to online, they're safe. They're in their safe space. This is their safe space. They're like, I'm going to stay behind this motherfucker right here and talk all the shit. I'm going to talk all the shit I want. Fuck you, Alex. You suck. I'm 100 miles away. And then in person, nothing happens. Only rarely do you see people like fight, but rarely. They just bring their internet argument, and then they get together at an event. They're like, oh, kumbaya, let's push each other's cars around. Fuck that. I'm just going to leave that whole scene. Like, I might just sell the 19, sell the red car, and be like, let me just get the Maverick on the road, get the Fairmont on the road, and live in that zone. Because I don't want to be known as a Mustang guy. Man, you guys are just really, really doing a number on the whole game. I remember Fox Body guys are just as bad. Like, Fox Body guys are coming out of the woodwork again with this Godzilla shit, bringing up stupid old arguments all over again. Like, all over again. Shit about the same old dumb shit. Just go to the, the Coyotes, not the Coyote Swap. Coyote Swap group is still kind of fucked up, but there's a couple of groups on Facebook that you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you still talking about TPS adjustments? Are you still talking IAC? Are you still talking clutch recommendations? Are you still talking dumb shit that was vetted and done back in the 90s? You're still on that shit? Yeah. They're still on that shit, dude. They are still on that shit. Chris Fogg says, thanks for answering my questions earlier, Alex. Chris, maybe I don't remember, but I think are you a customer? Because there was a customer that was asking a lot of questions today about flex tuning and everything, and I do my best to get you straightened out. It's really, really tough to remember a lot of people. If you deal with 50 to 60 people at the same time, you're like, shit, I can't go by memory, and I really don't want to go and scroll all the way down and start from scratch. at the bottom. But yeah, it's not easy. But I think he was asking some stuff about. E85 stuff. John is in there answering questions. I love it. Car Cultured Nation says, find Mustangs, killed Dodges at the YouTube call-out against Demonology, mod to fame, and Stang Mode's going with his stock GT500, and we need new Mustangs out. GT500 against GT500 Dodges matches 4T. Okay, that was like a run-on sentence, but it seems like there's like a Dodge versus Mustang thing going on, and a bunch of stock Mustangs are showing up. Again, not a good look. I mean, it's rare that YouTubers are fast. David Van Norris is a YouTuber, or maybe a up-and-coming YouTuber, but his car is legit fast. And watch his channel not get as much traction as it should. Watch. I guarantee it. People that are legit in the industry and fast don't get the rep. It's more about, I bought a car cheap and I fixed it when I switched to spark plugs. And it's like, 500,000 views. Unreal. Any recommended tuners in New York? Lund affiliates. How about Lund? I mean, look, if you get King Yoti 550 Yoti, why not just get good at data logging and just work with us directly? I mean, sure, you can use our dealers if you want to go to Evo in Pennsylvania. If you want to go to actually, John Lund, if John Lund can pop in there and starts maybe answering who in New York he would take it to. But if you want to take a short drive to Evo or CND Auto Tech, be able to take care of you. But if you want to actually data log yourself, that's probably the quickest and easiest and most cost-effective way. YouTube Corrupt Anti-Free Speech says, getting 4 triple pump fuel system and from a 19 Whipple to get 800 horsepower goal. Which fuel, rail, fuel pumps, electrical upgrades, fuel lines, filtration. Don't go too crazy, dude. Don't go too crazy. Buy a 4 Innovations fuel system with their rails and you're done. Don't go too crazy. Tell them it's for an 18 and 19 Mustang, dual regulator setup. You want to make about 800. Let them spec it out for you. Plain and simple. I'm not going to tell you get this and this and that. 4 Innovations fuel system. If you start going cheap and start getting those budget systems, that's when you run into trouble. Not saying that those budget systems are bad necessarily, but you're going to start buying shit that probably, when you price out everything, it doesn't become budget anymore. And the 4 Innovations fuel system is vetted, on point. It just works. That's what we run on everything that we got at Lund Racing and at Power by the Hour. Why fuck around? Big Blue in PA says, yeah, Alex, I'll always have a Mustang, but it's embarrassing at these car shows I refuse to go to anymore. Just going to stick to go to the track by myself. That's the other thing. I am slowly not giving a fuck about anything Mustang related. Not that I'm going to leave it. I don't care if I leave, who cares, right? Coyote Car Guy with $5 saying, keep up the good work, brother. Thanks, brother. I missed your live stream yesterday, but I'll catch it on the rebound. I don't want to go to Mustang specific races because you have Mustang assholes, Mustang shops that are assholes, tuners that are assholes. And I'm like, I don't want to be around these motherfuckers because I don't want to be affiliated with them. I don't want to be in the same clique, in the same group. I don't want to be in the same breath as that motherfucker because not that I'm above it. I'm just like, fuck this. These guys can just, battle it out in their own little worlds. But man, it's unbelievable some of the shit that you see out there and what some of the people gravitate towards. Like, shit ass YouTubers are getting priority in terms of attention because of reach, right? So what happens is you as a shop are going to say, shit, I want rep. So I'm going to get attached with this YouTuber. That YouTuber is done some embarrassing shit and dumb shit and doesn't know shit. But now you're in it. Now you guys are a fucking team. So when he fucks up, you fuck up by proxy. And that's what I want to avoid. I don't want to rep anybody or nothing. I have a full-time job. I stick to that. I tune that shit. But when it comes to like doing events and doing this and representing the car culture, and fuck that shit. Fuck, you can keep that shit. Mr. Nitro says, sadly in 2020, most Mustang YouTube channels are gateway drugs to homosexuality. Well, is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? It's crazy. What do you think about the 3.7, 11, 14? Is it the same as MT82 or different? The 3.7, 11, and MT82. I don't know. I think it's different. I really think it's different because when Ben Calmer buys a MT82, he buys a 5-liter MT82 as a core to start with. He doesn't go after the V6 stuff, and I think it's different. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is a little different. But honestly, the person asked is Ben Calamer, because he'd be the guy that absolutely knows, 100%. Hey, it's different. Anthony Maddox says, just give me a good backroad solo. I'm good. Dude, I go out run. Now what's happening with the Fairmont is becoming an ice cream getter. I don't go out to meets because meets are full of fuck boys. Holy shit. And even the tracks are full of fuck boys. Like, damn, I don't want to fuck with anybody. I'd rather just go to a rental, run my number, be happy that I built a car that's quick and fast for me, and go home. And not like talk. And I used to go to hangouts with my friends, keyword my friends, and we'd be cool. But if you go to like a meet, you just, if the meet pops off on weird shit, like if they start doing burnouts and start having a, what do they call it when they do burnouts in a circle and then some Mexican gets fucking run over? What do they call those? Something show, sideshows? Then you're automatically lumped in with pieces of shit like that. So I'm like, I'm at an age now where I'm like, I don't want to fuck with anybody. Do you remember Logic? Logic was on interviews like, I literally don't fuck with anybody. I don't go out of my house. I don't fuck with anybody. I hang out with my girlfriend and my dog, and I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. I literally don't fuck with nobody. I'm starting to get to that point. T1 P71 says, love your Engage videos. Thank you, sir. So what I'm starting to do is every single time somebody has a question as to how to load a certain gauge setup in the Engage and stuff, I just send them a link to my shit. And I have like tutorials. Now, yeah, it serves two purposes. It gets me views, but it also helps you in detail how to do shit, and you can see it in person, right there. Oh man, he explained it, exactly the issue that I'm having. So how to load a tune, how to download a tune, how to get the flex tune to show on the Engage, how to get the alcohol content to show up on the Engage. I have videos for that. Is it the Mustang community or the car community general that's going to shit? See, I don't know, Orlando Chavez. I don't know Dodge communities, Camaro, Corvette communities. I don't know any of that. But I'm sure that each community has his shit-ass YouTuber, his shit-ass people, his shit-ass tuners, shit-ass shops. I just know that on the Mustang side, it's like, it's bad. It's bad. It's getting real bad. I would imagine trying to get into the culture of Mustang. I understand it's enticing because of the performance. People are looking at, I'm sure other, if you're on a Dodge or anything, and you're looking at these Mustangs perform, and you're like, fuck, I want to get into that. And then you go to the forums, you're like, I don't want to get into any of that bullshit. No way. And it's not drama, because if I don't consider online drama. I think it's just online shit talking. Drama is like real life shit, but there is no drama in the Mustang community, just a lot of shit talking. Brian Rawl says, advice on an amateur tuner wanting to open his own shop one day. Don't. Brian Rawls. Don't. This is why. He's looking at EFI University and or Holly for courses to get more educated. Don't. I don't think, if I didn't work for Land Racing, I wouldn't tune. Fuck that. If anything was to happen and, I needed to get a job, I wouldn't tune. Fuck no, I wouldn't tune. It's too much bullshit. It's too much red tape. Too many barriers, too many people out there looking to fuck with you, just not necessarily to fuck with you. They do the negative sell. I'm better than you. So let's say a new tuner pops up, a new Coyote tuner pops up. Let's say theoretically tomorrow a new Coyote tuner pops up. Oh, fuck that guy. Oh, he probably stole tunes. Or let's say I went off on my own with the Lund's blessing. Let's say for whatever reason, I want to go ahead and do my own thing. And I get good. People are going to start accusing me that I stole the tunes, that I get there'll be a bunch of stipulations, and I'm like, dude, it is not worth it in my opinion. Now, I think the money for tuning is in the high-end standalone stuff. If you go to tracks, right? You go to tracks and you see that one guy that seems to be tuning the real fast shit. When I'm saying real fast shit, I'm saying shit's in the 4s or the high 3s, or let's say the 4s. Let's say the 4s, right? 4s. And there are tuners out there that 4s in the 8th that are out there telling you want me to show up at the track and tune your car, be $5,000 for the weekend. because he got good at tuning standalone stuff, high-end 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 horsepower standalone stuff. And that guy usually does 2 or 3 cars a weekend. That is $15,000. And then he is responsible for a build. I'm saying he has a very small shop. He'll wire the whole car. He'll have the motor. You have the motor built somewhere else. He'll wire the whole car, analog everything in, all the EGTs, all the drive shaft, all the OSS, all of the wheel speeds, everything. He'll wire it himself, tune it with like Motec, Haltech, and he has a very small, thing of customers. And I think that's where the money is at. But there's a lot of know-how that you have to start from the bottom. Like, I would not want to do that. Why? I hate people. Like, I really hate people. And I really don't want to fly to Dubai to tune your car. I really don't want to fly to Puerto Rico to tune a car. I don't want to fly anywhere to tune anything. You know what I mean? It's just like, I like being home. I love being home. I don't fuck with anybody. Could you imagine I'm at a track and then I see a competitor that I don't really have beef with, but they have beef with me just because we're in the same industry, we're tuning the same cars. And then I got to start popping off to some fucking nobody because I'm tuning a car either faster than him or it's just the same market. So he just decides to be chippy. Honestly, I wouldn't even fucking think about it. I love you. Sorry to burst your bubble. If I ever tune anything else, not for anyone, it's just be my own shit. Like my own shit. I would just tune my own shit, and then if I got some customers based off of that with some standalone stuff, I guess I can probably do that, but I'm not looking to do any of that shit. I'm very content where I'm at. Anthony Maddox said, well, you've helped me out. I appreciate it. Thank you for the money. Mr. Nitro says, rolling coal or stance, bro? Who eats more dong? Rolling coal. If you roll coal, you are literally the AIDS of any car community. If you're a rolling coal shithead, you literally have caused more trouble with your rolling coal piece of shit with Air Forces. Well, I think American Force, whatever the fuck they're called, those stupid offset wheels. You have done more to ruin car culture. And it goes very deep. It goes into some shit that I probably don't want to get into. But you have done literally more damage to hot rodding because you want to roll coal. Trust me, there have been so many things people weren't even looking at before. Government. They weren't even looking at motherfuckers. And you decided to roll coal, delete this, do that, fucking yee culture. And then people went, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? Y'all fucked it up. You all fucked it up for everyone in the industry with your rolling. That whole industry fucked it all up. Put a magnifying glass on shit that shouldn't have a magnifying glass on because of your fucking rolling coal dumb shit. Stupid ass motherfuckers. House Mouse says the S550 platform has made tuner boys interested in Mustangs. Stancing a car, straight piping it, and peeling out at cars and coffee is pure cancer. 100%. Last place 338 says 2018 Luntune about to install a ported CJ Twin 69 in the seat of cold air intake. What's the recommended MAF placement on that in the tube, not in the box? Not a big fan of the MAF in the box if it has multiple locations on the seat of cold air. Huncho James, thoughts on the VMP plug-and-play fuel system? It works. No different than any other fuel system. We tune it exactly the same. Whether it's a Siley, a 4 Innovations, or a VMP, if it's return, we tune it the same. Alex, if you could get a new car, what would it be? Pow, good question. A Porsche Taycan, or Taycan, or Taycan, whatever the fuck, it's a Taycan. The Porsche Taycan, it's fucking fast. It's a Porsche. It accelerates like a motherfucker. It looks great. Sounds cool. Inside, they have like these Tron-like sounds. The electrical motor's making all this noise. It handles good. It stops good. It does everything good. And then, let's say gas-powered. Probably like a what's the big Porsche? The Panamera. I do a Porsche Panamera or Audi S7. Audi S7 or a Panamera. Just cool fucking. I mean, we're talking money's no object, right? Panamera or a Audi S7 for sure. I will stop fucking with V8 rear wheel drive cars like as soon as I can. As soon as I can afford it. Tom Angel says, I've been saying that about the rolling coal culture for years. Douchebags. Dude, they literally, if there is anything that's going to kill hot rodding, it's those guys. Those guys. Blowing shit up, fucking Because look, let's look at optics. People that don't know anything look at something and see black smoke pour out of it and go, that's not cool. Meanwhile, E85 2,000 horsepower cars are just like there's water vapor coming out of the exhaust. But we're lumped into the same category. Yeah. We're exactly like those guys. Totally. Yeah. We're exactly like those fucking idiots with their 8-inch fucking pipes. We're exactly like them with our vapor coming out of our exhaust. Come on, guys. Stop it. Resto and Presto says, would you rather buy an 07 GT500 or 11 to 14 GT 7,000 mod budget 07 to 09 GT500? Sergio gave me $20 and says, damn, thank you for the saucy tune. Serge Ding on the ticket system. Okay, perfect. Thank you for reminding me who you are. That name does ring a bell. I appreciate it, brother. Hopefully, if you have any issues, man, seriously, log, and send them in. That's how we do things. The fast guys log. The fast guys log. The fast guys get us data, and the fast guys get revisions in a timely fashion because they go from there. You know, they definitely pay attention to their setup. And they say, look, I felt this, boom, it ran this, and this is the DA, and this is the temperature, boom. And I'm like, wow, maybe we can give it more timing out of the hole. Maybe we can, raise the cap of timing a little bit. And then those guys get the extra attention because they data log everything. Mr. Nitro sent me $2 and says, rolling coal is measuring penis from back of nuts. Exactly. That's great. The Porsche 911 Turbo is wicked fast. Yeah, the GT3, I think the GT3, not the RS, the Turbo. Woo, that thing goes like 1060, 1050. Stock seal. Oh, but it's $200,000 or $300,000. Shut up. Ooh, John in there, getting in there. I like it. YouTube Corrupt Anti-Free Speech asks or says, Alex, with that triple pump setup at 800 wheel on 85, do you think 1050Xs is fine or roll with ID 1300s for headroom? If you're going to stay at 800, the 1050s are fine. Unfortunately, Yee Roll Coal Bros have shined the spotlight on modifications to emissions control systems. Ta-da, exactly. That's it. I'm telling you, they fucked it up for everybody. Everyone involved in that industry, I'll fucking say it. I don't give a shit. I don't fuck with any diesel cars or trucks. Everyone that's involved in that industry fucked it all up for everybody else. Because it's cool to fucking blow smoke at people. Yeah, it's real fucking cool. Real fucking cool. Why don't you just raise a flag out there and says, my shit pollutes. Not that I'm some fucking Greenpeace fuck boy, but you're putting attention somewhere you shouldn't. And you're tuning cars specifically to roll coal like that. Fucking dumb. Then cam, listen to this. Cam manufacturers are calling their cams the polluter. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing calling it the polluter? Is it cool? Shut up. Call it the patch for the greenhouse. Be smart. Say emits nothing cam. Don't the polluter, the kill the planet cam. Sir, I'd like to buy a cam. Sure, which cam? I'd like to kill the planet in 50 years cam. I'd like to raise the oceans by a foot cam. What the fuck is wrong with your marketing strategy? You really want to go out of business calling shit the polluter. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with people? Alex, does a Gen 3 hold more power than a Gen 2? I thought the higher compression would hold less boost. Nardi, it's not about holding less boost. It's about needing less boost to make more power. A 12-to-1 compression car at 10 PSI is going to make a lot more power than a 9-to-1 compression car at 10 PSI. You dig? Yeah, the Greenpeace cam tune. Exactly. Call it something friendly. Don't make your marketing strategy that stupid that you're going to call something that will get. Imagine you're on the news reports the next day. Blah, blah, blah company sells the kill the greenhouse and raise the ocean levels by a foot cam, and they were actually targeted. No shit. Cuban Coyote, he's back again. Says, I'll be sending you a log next week of the motor in already in some mods as before. Also, what pulley should I go if I go 91 for now? 3.8 if it's a Paxton. John, OAGLI, paid $10, but then he says, John Lund, are there any dynos in the Philly area you work with regularly recommended for tuning? Alex, you're becoming my Tuesday night routine. Yeah, buddy. That's why I did it. I wouldn't do it Monday night because that's football. Wednesday, people probably watch South Park if it's still on. Thursday and Friday, you're getting ready to fuck, go out there and fuck. So I said Tuesday seems to be a good day, so I'll keep it on Tuesdays forever. What state do you think has the biggest yee culture? One of them fucked up Tennessee or Alabama or Georgia or Florida. That shit ass area there somewhere. Haik Boyadan says, what's up, bro? What are your thoughts on the 7.3 being in a classic staying? I'd imagine it would be less labor and intensive and possibly cost less. Okay. How much is a 7.3 motor? Do you know? Do you know? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? No. How much does it cost for a control system for a 7.3? Does anybody know? Nobody knows. Because nobody knows if there's even a control pack yet. I'm sure Ford's going to come out with one, and it's probably going to be $1,500. Yes, you can put a 10R80 behind a 7.3. How much is that going to cost? A 10R80. So how much is a 7.3 going to cost? How much is a 10R80 going to cost? How much are headers going to cost? A control system, a cam, an intake. Motherfucker, buy an F-150 Coyote and throw it in there. F-150 Gen 1 Coyote. Boost will make 600 wheel. You can fit a T56, a 3650, the 6R80. Jesus Christ, people. Stop it with this 7.3 bullshit. There goes my voice. Jesus. Okay. Hey, Alex, what are your thoughts on the Ghost Cam for longevity of Coyotes while using long term? No issue. It's not going to drive all that well. It's not going to drive all that well because it's meant to be a choppy cam. So longevity is not going to be affected at all. Cuban Coyote says, what injected do I need to be 800 to 900 horsepower? I would look at some 1300s at least, Cuban. Thousands are going to be close. You're going to be right on that edge on a Gen 2 setup. So I would look at 1300s, and if you can swing 1700s, get 1700s, you don't need it. But if you're going to live at 800, 900, 1050s are going to be right at the ragged edge, and I'd rather you have headroom. So 1300s. I'd like the yee comp cam, please. Exactly. The Y cam. The yee cam. Can I get the yee cam? Turn it on, fucking just black smoke comes out your shit. Cool, bro. Fuck is wrong with you guys? Hey, Alex, did you see my comment on the Mach One? Any new news? I don't know. No new news. Where is he? Stephen Daly. No new news. I just think it's going to be the same thing as a Bullet, just a rebranded GT that they can stick you for another 10K. And you fucking dumb motherfuckers will buy it because it says Mach 1. And you're going to go, oh, it's faster. Mach 1 versus GT500. And it's a GT. Mach 1 versus GT. And it's a GT versus GT. It's just not going to be anything crazy. I would be blown away if Ford got their head out of their ass and started measuring from the balls forward and said, let's throw a 5.2 in it with a manual. 5.2 crossplane with a manual. Ooh, nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen. It's going to be a 10R80 5.0, or if dude, I would be so pleasantly surprised if it was a 5.2 with the option of a manual or a 10R80. That would be so badass. It would be so badass. Fuel for Fire 87 says, so is MFP making crank support for Pro Chargers? Absolutely. Just got to call Matt Coates or email Matt Coates or go to Main Force Performance on Facebook. MFP is Main Force Performance. Go on Facebook, hit them up. He'll answer all your questions. It's like 2 a.m. over there now, so it might be a little different, or like 1 p.m. I don't fucking know what time it is over there. Billy Gunn says, tómale el agua, pincho, todo de perro. Aquí tiene, cabrón. How long until you tune 3/4 race cams and 7.3s? I hope not. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Ford's going to come out with a control pack. We're going to have to buy one or get our hands on one and fucking vet the tune and make power. It's not going to be that difficult. It's fuel, it's spark. The cam is variable, but fuck that. Just lock that bitch. Mika Brown says, what's up, Alex? Nico50 says, EcoBoost 5.0 liter. Ooh, that'd be sick, right? A 5-liter EcoBoost? Not going to happen. Alex, is there enough room to receive head in the S550? So the back seat is very small. I'm 5'11", I have a tall torso. I weigh over 220 pounds. That is a very difficult position to get head in the S550 unless you have the front seat way forward. She's little. She's got to be little. Or you have a massive dick. Because when you're sitting in the S550 bucket, you're like, So unless you have a dick that can come up to, something decent height, you're not going to get head in it. The Fairmont, though, I just, unzip and go, here you go. Bench seat, baby. Bench seat for the win. I'm going to make the Fairmont more drivable, like more of a street-friendly car, meaning put a rug in it, put actual tailpipes on it, and make it like something I can drive. Put power steering in the bitch. Imagine that. Imagine that. Put AC in it. Woo. That'd be pretty sick. No, it wouldn't. Be stupid. Alex, how many bend axle tubes you see on 11 to 14 cars in the work circumstances? The last one I saw bend an axle tube was a stick car that was NA, and he was launching at 6,000 RPMs, and he dumped the clutch with a drag radial like a fuckhead, and it bent the axle tubes forward. A lot of the times, you're going to see that with super stiff suspensions, right? The slick tends to absorb a lot of it, but not enough to prevent axle tubes from bending. So that's going to be interesting to try to keep it from bending. It's cheap insurance to weld the axle tubes right away on any stick car. On auto cars, you should do it when you reach about 600 horsepower because it's cheap insurance. Putting a 7.3 in my Craftsman mower to get the job done. Look at you go. Mr. Nitro says, how long till you 2 3/4 race camera? He said that. 1283 Big Ben says, 2019 Mustang California Special with an E4 Stage 2 making 857 at the rear wheels. That means you got a 3.0 pulley or a 2 7/8 pulley. Is there a product out there that can make my 10R80 have trans brake and a bump box? You'd have to wire in your own relay, in my opinion, because it's quicker than a digital setup. I think if you wire in your own, there isn't anything like you can just buy and put it in. I know some people are like, oh, just wait for this digital thing from the HP tuners or something. Honestly, at that power level, a trans brake? Wait a minute. What do you want a trans brake in a TVS car? You want to brake shit, apparently, because every blower 10R80 car is foot braked. And it's foot braked to like a 1/260 foot time. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I really recommend against doing that on a TVS car. You will break shit. It's not a matter of if. You will break shit. On turbos, it's different because you got to sit there and, bump in and spool up the turbos. On a TVS car, just smash the gas. That's it. You just smash the gas. But you would have to do the conventional setup, and we can send you a diagram as to how to do it. But there isn't anything in the market as of yet that I know of that you can just plug in and it'll just work. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of fucking issues, and you will break shit. You will break shit. I repeat, you will break shit. 1283 Big Ben. Mr. Nito says Porsche owners are just as douchey, just different. I get it. But I got to get out of this fucking Mustang culture, man. Some of the dumb shit that I'm starting to see out there, I'm just like, wow. Now, luckily, I'm not in it. I don't go to any events. I don't do any dumb shit. I just keep to myself. I'm in my little bubble, and I go racing. I'm going to go to Texas 2K. That's it. And if Texas 2K, maybe a couple of local testing tunes, I am not interested in doing anything else after that because I'm more likely, I'm more likely to sell the Fairmont and buy something totally different to go fast with than anything Mustang specific. When I order Whipple Stage 2 10 rib, should I get the stock balancer or 20% overdrive balancer or balancer delete? I'm guessing 20% overdrive. Get a 20%. Just have it. And put a big upper pulley so you'll have headroom. And if you ever want to go lower than a 4.0 pulley, you should be good to go. No, the 20% overdrive with the 4.0 pulley will not be too much boost. I think you'll be, 12 or 13 PSI. Probably right about 800 horsepower with that setup. Resto and Pesto says, how about a dating story? Fucking relax. He's like, let's get a dating story. It's like not even 906 and you want a dating story. What size gears are the best for roll racing a 10R80 car? Stock 315s. But what do you mean? Okay, then go get 331s then. But what do you mean 331? Then go get 355s. I think 315s are the best one. Hike Boy Don says, thanks for answering the other question. So why do you think Ford haven't decided to make a twin turbo 5.0? Is it just because they can't get it to smog when other exotics are able to? I don't think they can't get it to smog. I think, who the fuck are they going to market that to? Who are they going to market that to? Who are they going to warranty that to? You know, stock EcoBoosts blow up stock. The EcoBoost blows up stock. And then what are you going to charge for it? What are you going to charge for a twin turbo 5.0? Think about it. What are you going to charge for a twin turbo 5.0? $70,000? $60,000? $80,000? And then you got to warranty that piece of shit. And then you open it up for tuning. So that means that twin turbo 5.0 has to have complete forged internals, badass trans, badass everything. It's got to be badass and mass produced. And it's got to have probably a pretty well-built engine, like hand-built, like they do like they did the Cobra, Trinity, GT500 motors. You really think, and the new Predator motors, you really think Ford is going to be selling 5.0s that are twin turbos that aren't V6s? I think they'd rather do a V6 because it's going to be 400 horsepower, maybe 500 tops. A twin turbo Coyote stock, they'll get it to pass smog. They'll get the right injector. They'll probably limit a bunch of shit, and then they give it out to the general public. And what's the first thing the tuner does? E85 injectors boost, blows up. Then Ford's warrantying all these fucking cars. I don't think they're going to do it. Bennett Fancies, the YDBT days, man. Keep up the honesty and good content. Bitch out. Thank you, HouseMile5. Brian Geisler says, hey, Alex, it's unwise to run a blower car with a stock balancer, pro charger car. I know, too late, already on the car. I told you. It's unwise to run a blower car with a stock balancer, pro charger car. I know, too late, already on the car. Oh, shit. If you're a fan of mine, you would have known that from the get, but that's fine. We need you to lay pipe in the Fairmont and report, Mr. Nitro. That's probably possible, but it'd have to be someone tiny, dude. Like 5 foot and super flexible and like probably illegal. So no, not illegal like from another nation. You know what I'm saying? That probably won't be doing that. Lund said record 10R80 Lund tuned 853 foot brake. Oh, Zach Myers. So Zach Myers the other day went to a rental in Orlando and laid down the law with a Whipple. Gen 3 car, second gear leave, 3,800 pounds, 124 60 foot, 853 Lund tune. Badass shit in Orlando, getting it done. So he has the quickest and fastest 10R80 blower car, period. Maybe blower car, period. Like, you know, what I mean blower car, period, I'm saying like stock street stuff, not like, oh, but this shop built a gutted tin can. And shut up. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Josh Bergman says, best real Mustang content on YouTube. Thanks for all you do for us fans, bud. Thank you, Josh. See, there's a certain type of fan I want on my channel. Very certain type. You bros, we get it. You understand the humor. I don't care about the clickbait motherfuckers. I don't care about the you know, trying to get popular quick motherfuckers. You know how many people buy Mustangs and start YouTube channels just to get the likes and just to get the views? And I see other YouTubers that were like Corvette guys all of a sudden buy a Mustang to try to get that content, and then they do really dumb shit, like really, really dumb shit, and to get your attention. I want the guys that look at that and roll their eyes. Those are the guys I want. The ones that go, man, fuck that guy. I know what he's trying to do. He don't know shit about Mustangs. He's trying to get the clickbait. But if you guys watch the whole video, you're a fucking piece of shit too. You're part of the problem. Forbidden Concept says, I gave a customer a ride home 3 months later, browsing the web. I found out she's a porn star considering burning the car down. She does that wild shit. Oh, yeah, right. You were considering burning the car down. Okay, you were like, how can I get her number? Maybe she can suck my dick when I give her another ride. Liar. Someone said, I'm looking. Stay at NA, it's way more fun. Stay NA, it's way more fun. Kendall Plummer. Yeah, but it's slow. Like, I'm in my NA, this car, the red car behind me, it's NA right now. It's just slow as fuck. Yes, reliable. Yes, you can floor it and not blow up. It's very, very boring. I took my Fairmont out on Sunday for a ride, and I gave it 3/4 throttle and let it go through the gears, and I'm like, this thing is wicked fucking fast. Not quick, like it's kind of quick. It is blazing fast. Like, holy shit, I'm going to die fast. So that's kind of the thrill you want when you get in that car. Favorite South Park episode, Orlando Chavez. It's the one where they found out that Earth was a reality TV show. The kids their eyes were opened to the Jewsians, who were a the network executives, and they said planet Earth is an experiment, and we put deer, elephants, people. He goes, do you really think the rest of the universe operates like Earth does? No, there's a whole planet of deer. There's a whole planet of, people. I'm sorry, there's a whole planet of, certain type of humans. Earth is just a reality TV show. We threw them all together. And then the Jusian, they tried to, they were going to cancel Earth. They were going to cancel because they said that the world or the universe didn't watch Earth as much because it wasn't as interesting. So they're like, no, we'll keep up the shenanigans. So what they did was they blackmailed the Jusians, which were the network executives, into snorting coke, and they were fingering each other's buttholes and sucking on each other's shoulders after a strip club. And they took a picture of that to blackmail them and keep the show on air, aka not bulldoze Earth. Very good show. Tom Cruise episode wasn't good. It was stupid. Resto and Presto says, would you rather have a 1010 putti that farts in front of you often, or a 610 putti that sometimes burps in front of you also? Boy, I love your questions. Neither. I don't want either of that girl. I don't want a girl that looks beautiful and thinks it's okay to fart in front of you. Because if you go down there, you know what that asshole sounds like. When she farts, you know what her asshole sounds like. Because that farting is the butthole clapping its cheeks away. So I'm like, no, I really don't want to do that. Look, I am so anti-fart in a relationship that a girl I used to date fuck it, I'll say it. She was riding me and she farted. She was up there fucking riding this bitch up and you ooh, and then she cried. I feel bad saying it, but it was such a good story because we're not getting back together anyways. It don't matter. So she got on the bed and cried and just sat there and cried because she knows that I'm like so anti-fart. I'm like, but I was like, it was kind of funny. Or look, actually, she made a joke later that was pretty funny. She goes, well, you're just, just fucking the shit out of me. And she realized that she farted during sex. So that was funny. But I'll never forget that, she farted during sex. And from there forward, you'll never forget it. You can't go back. You can't go back after you've heard her fart during sex. Oh, shit. Matt760 says, any tuning differences between the 18 and 19 versus 20 GT? So the 18 and 19 tune differently, right? But the 19 and 20s, I think, tune similarly. So I don't think you can cross flash 18-19, but I think you can cross flash 19-20 because 19 has downshift rev matching. But I think the autos, I think there's a slight difference between 18 and 19, not so much 19 and 20s, Matt760. Orlando Chavez, favorite South Park episode, already said that. Father Alex, Ryan Jefferson says, what cold air do you recommend to get the most putang? Look, I've gotten to the point where I don't recommend cold airs anymore unless I know your combo. If it's NA and you're just tooling around, keep the stock bitch on there. If you're going to go max effort, I mean ported heads, ported intake, cams, all the shit, PMAS, cold air intake. What car is more fun, an 800 horsepower blown 11 to 14 S197 or a full bolt on S150? Oh, dude, 800 horsepower blown S197 all fucking day. Ron Badcope says, love the honesty, Alex. Yeah, it was funny. The fart was funny. I went, I didn't even hear it, but and then the thing is, like, she's there like crying and I'm like, oh, I'm still kind of, can we like finish? No, that was it. That was it for the night. And I'm like, God damn it. Joseph Rivas paid me $15. God damn, look at you. Says, hey, Alex, finally racked up some plenty of vacation hours and was wondering, which event do you recommend attending to spectate and which days? TX2K, WCF? Both. TX2K to me is just such a wonderful, wonderful event, a wonderful run event. If you want to go there early enough, let's say you get a hotel room and you're like, fuck it, I'm staying in Baytown, Texas, middle of nowhere. Watch out for places blowing up down there. Shit's blowing up in Houston. Anyway, you get the roll race cars Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then you get the drag race cars, late Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is a wonderful event. World Cup, same thing. People start testing Tuesday. So you can show up Tuesday, get a VIP pass, and just be like, chill the fuck out, walk around the pits, look at badass cars, very friendly people. Come up to them, say hi. Dude, both. Don't shortchange yourself and pick one over the other. Do both. 5 Point Slow says, Gen 1 motor getting a VMP Gen 2R soon. Smart man. Gonna get a Gen 2 short block down the road. Will the VMP kit swap over, or do I have to buy new parts that aren't compatible with the Gen 1 kit? Dude, they're all compatible. If you just get a Gen 2 short block with Gen 1 heads, you're fine. The same kit will fit right onto that setup. Nothing different. Just use your timing cover from the Gen 1. Use all the parts. You're just going to replace the bottom end, which is pretty much identical. What all do I need for a 6RD swap on a 2012 5.0? Damn. So if I were you, if you have a 2012 5.0, get a swap from a 13 to 14. Why? Select shift. 13 to 14 have select shift. Get yourself the dash, the gauge cluster from that same vehicle if you could. You're going to need to reprogram the ABS with an IDS module, and like shops that know what the fuck they're doing should have a Ford IDS tool. Then you're going to need the trans, converter, drive shaft, cross member, if I'm not mistaken, harness. You're going to have to change engine harnesses, I believe. The pedal, right? That's the other thing. You got to like delete the clutch and brake pedal, unless you're just going to let the clutch pedal just hang there. It looks kind of jank. The bezel, you'll need pretty much all of the hard parts, and then tuning. But I'm telling you, if El Coyote, if you don't have much done to that car, it's probably cheaper to trade it in on an already automatic vehicle. I know it sounds really stupid, but after doing all of if you get some cheap ass parts and you put it all in and you don't know shit's fucked up, that's the risk you're going to take. But if you're going to buy new parts, it's going to cost you like $8,000, $10,000. Dude, trade it in on an auto. Ryan Jefferson says, no, sir, I'm talking about what cold air to get impress the ladies to get some pussy. Cold air? So if you open the hood and you're like, look at that, it's got to be the PMAS. It looks like a donkey dick. It looks like a big old dick. So like, oh, look at that dick. And I'm like, look at this dick. So maybe the PMAS is the way to go. Cobra Trick 96 says, Alex is always missing the jokes. I mean, you guys aren't funny. So, there are no jokes on text. Nasty Nate SVT. Used to watch your videos when you lived near Boston. I moved away from the snow also. Do you miss it? Keep up the good content. Fuck no, I don't miss the Northeast, man. Fuck the Northeast. I would never move back to the only way I would move back to the Northeast is if I found a girlfriend near Lund Racing. And then I'll move my ass up there and work out of Lund Racing. And I'll freeze my ass off. But if I, met someone that I wanted to be with up there, that's different. But I ain't looking up there. JP Stang says, just want to support you, brother. Still waiting for more parts to show up when I install my Vortec kit. Then the sauce from Lund. Keep it up, Alex. Thank you, JP. Appreciate that, brother. Joshua Nuno says, where's that dude that always offered his free tunes for life? That's great. Root Beer says, do you think the 7.3 will be any competition for the LS? Now, that's a good question. Yeah, why not? If you want to go out there and be an NA warrior, cubic inches are your friend. So if you want to just go out there and say, yep, I want to send it. I want to fucking beat the shit out of things, all motor. You've already got a good starting point with a 7.3 liter motor, cam, intake upgrade. I'm sure a set of heads, ported heads, and some better springs. And if the bottom end holds up to RPM, it's going to make some decent power naturally aspirated. 600, 650 maybe with good race fuel. That's pretty stout. The problem is going to be you're not going to be happy enough with just that. You're going to want boost, and I don't know how that motor is going to hold up to boost, honestly. Jared Prospero says, on 18 and up boosted car, how much is the direct injection still used since port injectors are what's upgraded? Not much, honestly, Jared. The DI is less and less becoming, it's less, it's not that important anymore. I'm sure there's places out there that'll contradict what I say, but honestly, the biggest, highest horsepower Gen 3s do not rely on the DI that much. I think they just rely on the DI to not burn up the injector, just to have it active. Honestly, if some people could make up a way of like shoving Gen 2 heads in the Gen 3 and just putting ID 1700s in there and have the cams and everything just work, like Gen 2 heads in the Gen 3 and using the same cam setup or just an aftermarket set of cams and not have to rely on a cam to push that pump around, I think that'd be the most desirable. But I think DI is a dud. I think DI as an experiment for Ford is a dud, in my opinion. Aside from the tune, what's the first mod for a 2020 GT for under $500? Aside from a tune. God damn it. Free flowing exhaust. If you don't know what that means, I'm not going to explain it. Because the last thing I want is a magnifying glass on me. Free flowing exhaust. When talking about power limits of engines, Ron Goat, I don't know, he must have said something before, but I didn't read your previous. Pragmatic Lunatic says, is E15 unleaded 88 a waste of time? Yeah. Like some guy today said, hey, can you tune my car on E30? And I went, wait a minute. E30 is not 30% ethanol and then 93 octane. That's not how it is. E30 is like 30% ethanol and the rest is like Nestle's chocolate milk. So if a boosted car with E30, it's probably not going to make any power. Because people go, it's got 30% ethanol, but what's the other 70%? Oh, chocolate milk and fish guts. Do you want your car to run on fish guts? 70% fish guts and chocolate milk. I'm actually pretty funny. I make myself laugh. Mustang87 said, I farted at work and no one talked to me now. Wouldn't have it any other way. Ron Goke, what engine internals can handle versus what entire drivetrain can handle? Okay. My girlfriend farts when she shits on the honey loop spike dildo. Wow. Okay. Justin Johnson says, Alejandro Flores, I've got jokes. I've got 2 of your dating stories combined into one from a week ago. Went to a girl's house basically to smash, instantly hit the face with the stink of cigarettes. Ooh. Yeah, dude. Cigarettes are a no-no. Cigarettes are a no-no. I've dated super hot chicks that smoke, and not dated. I've been on dates. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'll give you a quick dating story. So I'm weird about marijuana. I'm really weird about marijuana. I am. Justin Johnson says, Anna, she instantly went to take a shit, and I heard the explosion. Get out of here! She went to the bathroom and shit. And then what? Like decided that just like wiping her ass was enough? No, you got to shower after that. If you shit, I am not fucking unless you shower. And I'm still kind of iffy. Like, oh no, it's all good. I wiped back to front. Now you're no fucking way. Smoke cigarettes and drop the deuce before she wanted to fuck? Hell no. Chocolate milk sauce. 89 is 89 is 89 is 89 no matter what the E content. Exactly, Mustang 87. Looking to get into another Mustang? Should I get into Terminator as an investment or newer GT? No Terminator. Fuck Terminators. Terminators are shit. Now look, they're fine. They got their cult following. They're going to start appreciating in value pretty soon. I just wouldn't start with it because it drives like absolute garbage. It's rattly. It's shit. It's clapped. I'm not a fan. Okay, so talking about marijuana and dating stories. I don't have a dating story, but I was talking to a girl. Well, fucking attractive as hell, man. Tall, light eyes, blonde, some kind of Hispanic descent. Dude, had everything going on, man. Like everything going on. Kiss good. Knew the area. Was an adult. You know, when you go with an adult, you get that feeling of like, boy, she's got her shit figured out, man. She's got her own place. She's smart. She's got a job. She's responsible. She's fit. Wow, this is wonderful. Like she has a great conversation. Then, you ask the questions and you really get to know them. Second or third date or just talking on the phone or just texting. Hey, do you smoke? Because I don't smoke. I'm like literally deathly allergic to cigarette smoke. You smoke near me, I'm coughing, I'm sneezing, I'm a big pussy. I'm like, oh, I'm done. And my voice is gone. So this girl was a professional, had a professional job. I can't say which job because I don't want to give it away. Dude, perfect in every way. We hung out, hooked up, was legit, was good. Then she says, I was talking about smoking. Do you smoke? Like I never even want, because once in a while you'd kiss her and you're like, Jack, is that smoke? Is it? It's not cigarette smoke. It's something else. So I was like, all right. So, hey, do you smoke? She goes, oh, yeah. I wake and bake every day. Guys, it was done. Like, everything I thought about her, everything I thought that she was, with that one sentence, fucking killed it for me. I wake and bake. Like, who Who the fuck says that? Like, I get it. Some of you guys are probably like, what's the big deal, Alex? Look, I am weird when it comes to that. I wake and bake. Like, I can't respect you. Like, I can't respect you. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what you've accomplished. I don't care if you're a good mom or a good sister or a good, whatever the fuck. The moment you said, I wake and bake, maybe she thought I smoke too. But with the way she said it, I was like, oh yeah, you wake and bake? Yeah. That's pretty sick. Yeah, get out of here. I got to wake up early tomorrow. Wake and bake. Yeah. I was done. I was so done. Everyone's like, it's just weed, boomer. Okay, look, if you hang around people that smoke weed, you're that much closer to a place where you don't want to be. Think about it. It is that much, you are that much closer. You're one step away from a world that you don't want to be a part of. How do I know this? Fuckface. I grew up in the fucking hood, motherfucker. I know all about this shit. If you're out there getting weed, that means you know a dealer. That means that dealer knows you. That means people that dealer hangs around with are kind of fucked up. I don't want to be anywhere near that fucking world. No fucking way. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. My whole life has been squeaky fucking clean. And because I want to smash this girl, I'm going to potentially introduce bullshit. And guess what? Bullshit is in that person's world. Bullshit is in that person's world. I found out later on, and guys, I went, whoo, dodged a bullet. No, thank you. Now, I'm in a weird zone. Like, I could go out there and date and just smash and fuck it and not give a fuck. But, every once in a while, you're like, man, I'd like someone to hang out with, like, consistently. And that's the zone I was in back then. But once she said that, I was like, sorry. Now, trust me. Ivan Hoda says, fact, bro, no time for drugs. No, I don't want anything to do with you if you do anything. I don't give a fuck if it's medicinal. Get your shit straight, motherfucker. Oh, I don't sleep at night. Work out. You'll sleep. Go for a walk. I am not tolerant when it comes to that bullshit. I am a piece of shit when it comes to that subject matter. I'm so anti-drug, it's not even funny because I don't think there's an excuse to be into that. Some people, oh, it's all gay. It opens your mind to other shit. Congratulations. Get me the fuck away from it. I don't need that. You've seen how stupid I get just with regular Coca-Cola. Could you imagine how I'd be with any kind of drug? Fuck that shit. I am not with any of that bullshit. If you do that, you do something else. Everyone that I know that has smoked weed does something else. Always. Well, they smoke weed, and then they just get normal. Okay, smoking weed is normal. Let me just do this, and then do that, and then do that. No. See you later. Bye-bye. See you later. Next. Murph Dog. It's just weed. What could anyone want to kick it with a pothead? Exercise instead of find a clean hobby. Dude, I'm telling you. I don't get it. Like, I don't get the mindset. I don't get the mindset that people that need to burn. I don't get it. I can't get into your body and be like, yeah, I can't wait to burn. I have stopped dating people because they burn on a regular basis. And in fucking Florida, because Florida's full of fucking losers. Let's get some shit straight, guys. Florida is paradise. It is beautiful. It is fucking full of losers. Raptor Jesus says, do you drink alcohol? No. No. Then I'd be a hypocrite. If I'm ragging on people for smoking weed and then I drink, then I look like a fucking hypocrite, right? Now, do I rag on people that drink? No. Do I hang out with people that drink a lot? No. I treat them the exact same way. I do not fuck with anyone that does anything in excess. Period. And that's how I roll. And if you don't want to be down with that, then don't be down with it. Fuck out of here. I'd rather just do my own shit. But Florida's full of so many fucking losers that if you don't smoke weed, you're weird. Like, if you don't smoke weed, you're fucking... Martin 50 says, I'm out. Peace. Out of here. Don't care. Don't fucking care. So... you got to understand, I'm a weird guy here. I'm the weird guy here in Florida. I'm the weird guy that wakes up, goes to the gym, goes to work, maybe goes to the gym again later at night if he's bored, fucks with cars, super responsible, doesn't do anything stupid. That is so fucking weird in Florida that it sticks out. It absolutely sticks out here in Florida. So, yeah, that's the position I'm in. I'm just not down with any of that bullshit. I'm not down with any of the bullshit that goes on in Florida, let alone the pot and all the other dumb shit. South Detroit Entertainment, can you please make a link available for us to check out Alex's dating page on YouTube? Just go to That Dating Channel. It's called That Dating Channel. Yes, I use That Racing Channel. Just put dating because I'm a piece of shit like that. Fuck it. Pineapple Express, gay. Look, pop culture, I don't get it. And I'll never like watch a movie and go, that's so cool. Like Pineapple Express was dumb as fuck. Joe Rogan is a very smart guy. The moment he starts talking pot and the not steroid, but the testosterone usage, he loses me. He loses me. Popular guy, super smart. He loses me when he starts talking pot and testosterone. Just loses my shit. If you judge people for shit that has nothing to do with you, you should reevaluate life. King Yodi S50. Guess what? If I introduce them in my life, it has something to do with me. Plain and simple. So if you burn, you are not going to be anywhere near my fucking circle. I'm not judging you. I just don't want you in my life. Fuck out of here. Oh, you burn? Get out of here. Because every single motherfucker that does some dumb shit like that is really close to a world that I don't want to be involved in. All right. Some kind of drug world, some knows people, knows a dealer, knows that. No. All of a sudden my shit starts getting stolen. And all of a sudden you're around people that are a little weird. You get invited to barbecues with fucking drug dealers and fuck that. I've been there. Brian Troop says, Alex, do you carry? That's the other fucking thing I'm not a big fan of. I am 100% for your right to own guns. No problem. The moment you start talking about guns like you're obsessed with them, you lose me too. You lose me. Hey, want to go check out my gun collection? Not really. No. Are you anti-gun? No, I'm not anti-gun. I want you to have as many guns as you want. I just don't care to see them. I don't give a fuck. Well, what happens if shit pops off? Are you going to really pull out a gun and shoot somebody? Let's say you're you got that holster on your dash. You got to hear, I'm fucking ready. Fucking government, I'm fucking ready. And then you get into an altercation with someone, let's say a road rage incident. Guy's really popping off, going crazy. And then you reach for that gun, right? What do you do now? You either got to blow him away or watch your back for the rest of your life, because if you show him the gun and don't pull that trigger, that guy's going to come after you. He's going to come after you. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I don't think I could even own a gun, because the moment I pull that bitch out, can I really blow a motherfucker away? Now, fighting, I think, should come back. Some people, look, you see the guys that pop off on guns and then you look at them, not all of them. Some of them are fucking jacked and can fuck your shit up. But by and large, some of them are big boys or skinny boys. And I'm like, I think you like guns a little too much. But dude, I don't carry. I work out and I can take care of myself if I had to. And if I carried and had to pull a gun out, I'd have to be fucking leery about watching my back. That's the whole thought process in my head. I'm like, I'm not going to carry because I'm pretty secure that I can handle myself. Because if you got to rely on that bitch, if you got to rely, listen to the words, please, rely on the gun to be like, to protect you, you're already starting off on the wrong foot. I think you should learn how to fight, learn how to protect yourself. And if you still want to carry, that's a nice backup plan. But I think in my opinion, learn to scrap, because sometimes you don't even need, or learn to talk. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to go in there all and like go to Texas Roadhouse all like, I got a gun on me, motherfucker. Who's going to pop off on some shit? No, I go in there, I shut my mouth, I eat, and I leave. If I go to a club, check out some girls. If there's a problem, hey man, it's all good. I'm out of here. Peace. See you later. People that have that gun on them have that little confidence and they get a little sideways. I'm not down with that shit. Guys, look, I grew up in way worse neighborhoods than most of you guys can even think about. And maybe it doesn't come across that way because I sound like a normal person. But I'm telling you, I've been through this shit, and all my life experiences have told me, don't carry a gun. Don't smoke any drugs. Don't drink in excess. Don't do anything. And you're that much further away from that world. Joel Stein says, Alex, I'm curious as to what your thought was of the 2020 GT500 half pumps BAP and a set of ID 1050s running 85. The 2020 500 seems to be doing well. It's doing well. It's exactly like the GT350. I guess you can run higher pressure in that setup. So the GT350 is the same exact way. You can make 800 plus, close to 900 horsepower on the stock fuel pump setup. with BAPs and big boy injectors. I'm dog sitting, so what you hear is the dog rattling around. Go, 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 go. There you go. Tell us a fight story. I don't know. Talking about fighting is stupid. It's like it makes you look like macho and shit. But I've done enough scrapping to talk. I don't need to talk about it. Alex, N-Gauge or SCT for tuning device. I have an SCT BDX and I want to go to Lunflex tune. I know y'all will tune the SCT. Seems slow when switching tunes. Yeah, I mean, the N-Gauge is easier to log with, flashes tunes quicker, and it's more versatile. But, you know, if you don't want to spend the extra money, keep the SCT. But I always prefer the N-Gauge. It's just way easier. Thank you, Nestorius BIG. You know, talking about fighting and coming across like you're this badass. No, I'm not a badass. I'm not anything, but I can take care of myself. That's all. What is your dream 4i hatchback combo, year, color, etc.? My dream 4i hatchback combo. Okay, 4i 85 white with the black GT thing on the hood and the black molding and the fog lights. Badass shit. 85 GT hatch with the interior having the gray seats with the piping and the little netting on the halo. That's my bitch right there. Jarrett Stallworth says, so what about legal weed dispensaries? People use it to manage pain. I think you're reacting, Tad. Good for them. Don't care. Don't care. All of a sudden, this is 2020. All of a sudden, weed is necessary to manage pain. Like what I get it. People are dying from cancer, some diseases. I get that. I get that. I don't have to be tolerant. Nowhere does it say that I have to be tolerant with weed usage anywhere, right? Like I remember somebody that used to work for a car company and then they went off to work for a THC or I don't know anything about that bullshit, but basically weed, you know, like just having to do with that industry. I was like, oh, Alex, are you judging them? I'm not judging them. I'm just cutting them off from my life. I'm just cutting them off from my life. You can do your shit. Just do it away from me. I'd sword fight with Alex, says 5 point slow. Ken Abernathy says, will Lund tune a GT350 fuel hat and BAPS on the 85? Oh, that's basically a Siley fuel system. You basically outlined a Siley fuel system. Twin GT250 pumps, BAPS, return style, and a regulator. That's basically a Siley fuel system. So pills instead of weed? No drugs. No drugs at all. If you need weed, alcohol, pills to have a good time, something's wrong with you, not with me. I don't need any of that shit to have a good time. I can just have a good time. Necessary alternative. I'm smoking a blunt now. Good for you, bro. Again, you're not here. You're away from me. Alex, do you ever feel like society is becoming progressively softer and dumber like Idiocracy? Dude, absolutely. There are now people mad. They go retroactively. They're mad at Robert Downey Jr.? Is it Robert Downey Jr.? I might be saying it wrong. The guy from Iron Man. He did the movie called Tropic Thunder, and he played a guy not in blackface. He played an actor playing a black guy. Understand, there's like 3 layers, so it's pretty deep. And some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe he played a guy in blackface. No, he played an Australian character that was so good at acting that he could play a black guy. It was so genius. It was wonderful. They're mad at him. This was like 15 years ago or whatever, Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder was a wonderful, fucking hilarious fucking movie. Unreal. King Yodi says, he meant for pain, Chief. No shit, Chief. I don't give a fuck. All of a sudden, weed cures everything? Like, that's the funny thing. All of a sudden now weed cures everything. Good for you if you want to smoke pot. You want to smoke pot. It's necessary to cure pain and you know, help people heal. Fine. I personally don't give a fuck. Get it away from me. And if you're into that shit, you get away from me. I don't want to be near you in that world. Don't care. If I'm not going to date or have someone, if my father was dying of something and he needed pot, weed to help his pain, good for you, Dad. Let me know when you're done burning. Let me know. I'll come by. Fine. Don't care. Dude, that's how I am. I'm not like every motherfucker. I don't have to be tolerant to any fucking thing I don't want to be tolerant of. Plain and simple. Bernie Gonzalez says 13 GT500 on E85. We go from that to this shit. 13 GT500 on E85, 2.4 pulley, PMAS cold air, free flowing exhaust. Should I do headers or cams next? They're both around the same price. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think you have to drop the motor to do headers. Or do you? I do headers. Headers. That's the answer. Headers. Yes, this generation is full of the all poor me. I'm so messed up bullshit that I need drugs to other shit to cope with life. That's the other thing, Joshua Nuno. So I grew up in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. This shit wasn't a thing. All of a sudden, it's absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. Oh my God, we need weed. Oh, all of a sudden, you fucking absolutely have to have weed. You gotta have pot. You gotta have marijuana. What the fuck? What happened? What the fuck? When did this happen? Alex, do you even vape though? Are you fucking retarded? Vaping is gayer. I'd rather smoke a blunt than vape. I would rather smoke a fucking blunt laced with shit than vape. Fuck out of here. Pot is an ambition robbery. Need for potheads votes. You know what? You're not wrong on that. I honestly think if you are a proponent of weed smoking recreationally, let's do recreational, because a lot of recreational drug users use the medicinal side of things to make it legal. Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. You use the medicinal side of that to make it legal for you to have recreationally. And if you look at yourself in the mirror, that's disingenuous. You're being a fucking disingenuous prick by saying, but cancer, but bones and people that are dying. But then you're like, I just want it so I can fucking just get it for nothing. You know, I can get it with at a dispensary and be like, bro, hook me up with some whatever the fuck, some kush shit. And look, I love the South Park episode with Integrity Weed because it shines a light on that exact same problem. If you watch the last season of South Park, Stan's father, Randy, started a weed company, and it shows how corporations are going in there and scooping it up. It showed how stupid and hypocritical the weed industry is. It is very fucking good. Go watch it. It's two-sided. It shows the pros and cons. I love that show. It's so topical. It's wonderful. Your customers are drug dealers, probably. Joe Rogan recently had an awesome podcast with Robert Downey Jr. Awesome. 30 years old, never have smoked drugs or gotten drunk. It's just a six-pack a year, if that. You're not alone, bro. Good. Look, I know there's more people like me than they're willing to admit. I'm just not willing to really go out there and on a limb and say, you know, and lie and be disingenuous to myself. I am not a straight edge guy. You want to smoke pot? Go smoke pot. You want to get drunk? Go get drunk. You want to do heroin? Go do heroin. Get the fuck away from me, bro. Get the fuck away from me. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Just not in my face. Not around me. Fuck you. Got a new 10-speed GT 19 GT 10-speed. Roush catback sitting in a box in an SETX4 from my last car. What would be the quickest power? Injectors, the Roush and tune on 93 gas? No injectors needed on a 19 GT, dude. Just get yourself some free-flowing exhaust, a tune, and E85. That's all you need. Do not fuck with injectors because those cars don't need injector for a very long time unless you go boosted. I can sort of understand your weed argument, but how do you not understand TRT? I don't care. TRT, testosterone replacement therapy? Look, this is the way I look at it, Rami Harris. It's not you. Let's really think about that. It's not you. If you are deficient in testosterone, that's you. There are natural ways of boosting testosterone. If you start pumping yourself full of testosterone, that is not natural. That is not you. It's like aging gracefully. People don't age gracefully anymore. All of a sudden, people are like, I need to stretch this. I need to hair plug that. I need a mommy makeover. I need fucking age gracefully, man. No, motherfuckers, TRT. Now, if you're having health issues, and you get prescribed TRT, fine, have at it. But people are using it as an excuse to get jacked. Like when I go to the gym, I look at these 50-year-old guys and they're fucking jacked. And sure, the thought goes through your head, yeah, I should look into that. Because, they fucking look really good. And I'm like, man, I'm here every fucking day, killing it, lifting, busting my ass. Everything hurts all of the time. But at least I could look back and one thing I could look back and go, this is all me. This is 100% all me. All me. No pills, no TRT, no external things going in. So at least I could look at my merit, myself in my own head and go, this was all me. If I look good, it was all me. If I work out and I'm healthy, it was all me. Nothing helped me get here. Plain and simple. It's like corking your bat. Plain and simple. Let's cork your bat. All right, look, this it's funny. So there's a bat. I have a bat here. Hold on. So growing up, I played a lot of baseball, and this bat came out in the late 2000s, I think. It's an Easton. What the fuck model is it? It was a badass motherfucker. This thing, BESR certified. It's a stealth -3, so it was like a 3330. And this thing would kill you if you hit it. If you're a pitcher and I hit a fucking ball with this guy, it's a carbon composite bat. The ball would fly out of this bat like when you hit a golf ball. Like woo! And you're like, holy shit. But then I went to a wooden bat league and nobody could hit. Dude, nobody could hit. Nobody could hit. Luckily, I was able to hit in that wooden bat league. And it became apparent who's real or not. Right then and there, who's real. That's why Major League Baseball is great. Guys that can hit 450, 500-foot bombs, that's real shit. Oh, yeah, but they're juiced up. Whatever. Look, I think that's more of them because of the wooden bat. Where let's talk shitty leagues, beer leagues like I was in. If you're juicing in a beer league, you're a big fucking loser. But once this bat was made illegal and people had to use wooden bats or bamboo bats or ash bats, that's when you found out who the real hitters were. Same thing with me with TRT and all that other bullshit. That's fine. You want to do it? Have at it. Go for it. This is all me. Everything that I do, if I bench 315, that's all me. Nothing else caused anything to happen but me. Jeff Smallwood. Love you. Subscribe. Appreciate what you do. I'm doing a max effort build on a 93 pump with my Roush Supercharged 13 GT. What horsepower estimate on a 56-pound injector, Roush BAP LNM intake exhaust cam? Probably 680 is the most you're going to see on that setup because there's less cylinder pressure with the LNM cams. But I don't think you're going to get much more over that. Like 650 to 680 is like max effort on pump gas. I think that's the most you're going to get out of that setup. Fishing with Adrian. Yes, you did miss a 7.3 liter Fox Sock. Yes, you did. Big Blue and PA says, Alex, have you ever watched the Ed Bass Master? No. Puerto Rican boxing? No, someone said Puerto Rican boxing ? And that's all he said. I don't know what that means. Could we get off the weed talking, get back in the cars? ID 1050Xs versus FIC 1000s. Is it worth the extra money for ID's tuning data? In my opinion, no. In my opinion, FICs will do just as good a job as 1050Xs. The 1050Xs will probably be a superior product at the end of the day in terms of data. But I think for what you needed to do, it's more than enough. What's the worst porn you've ever seen? There was a porn like in the 90s, Nina Hartley. Look, yeah, I'm a fuck face. Nina Hartley, I think she was like getting pizza delivery from some big, huge black dude, and it was awful. He's like, here's a pizza, and then they started fucking, and she was hopping on his dick, and then it bent like an S. I'm like, oh, like it scarred me for life. Like when I see a woman like going way, I'm like, oh, wait, slow down. You're gonna bend it. You're gonna bend his dick. So that kind of scarred me for life. I'm like, like every time there's that position, I'm like, I'm going to look away because I feel the dude's pain. You know what I'm saying? All natural versus steroids is like full bolt-on NA versus blower. I guess. Coyote Car Guy. A Wheeler. Sup, bud? Oh, I guess they're talking to each other. Good. Alex, why Why did another tuning company tell me to leave the MAF insert in the Steeda Pro closed air when Lund says to remove it? Well, the Steeda, if you leave the insert in, it's a stock MAF curve, right? I think it's a stock MAF curve and slightly modified. We tell you to remove it to get more air in there, plain and simple. Boxing for the win. Talk all night. Hell yeah. I could talk boxing. We could talk boxing all day, but trust me, the viewers will go away because most of them are, pot smoking gun cycles with diesel trucks. Could you imagine if I got a fan here that's a pot smoking, diesel owning, gun toting fat fuck? He must be like, I hate Alex's show today. It was awful. It's so Enzo Lorenzo says, is it possible to install launch control on a yeah, if you put everything in there, let's say you get a cranker pallet and you wire everything in, BCM, airbags, dash, everything. Actually, no, how would you do that? Because it goes with the ABS. Yeah, probably not. Best supercharger in your opinion? I'm a TVS fan. Anything with the twin vortices, Eaton rotor pack is my choice. Hey, Alex, is it possible to install launch control on a swap? I already said that. What up, Coyote Car Guy? I put on some lightweight rotors earlier today. Cool. 8-wheeler and Coyote Car Guy broing out, touching tips. Sick. I love diesel, guns, and weeds. Jared Stallworth. Exactly. I don't know why you're here. Look, I want you here, but I don't want you in my life. Oh, shit. So seriously, which one of you is that? 95% of America. That's 95% of America, my man. No, it's not. I love it. I love it because people think because where they live is like the rest of America. Do some traveling. Go to the West Coast. Go to the Northwest. Go to the Chicago, Illinois area, Ohio. Go to Texas. Go to Phoenix, the Arizona area. Go to the Northeast. Trust me, completely different. Just because where you live, people are fuck boys like that. That's not how America is. Blue Collar Daily says, will you ever be able to stop in Lehman during torque source 2, which is traction control, events on boosted apps? Any developments coming? PCM strategy specific 18 and up A10. Yes. Simple. We do it now. We don't let the car cut fuel on traction control. We just don't. See you next week, Alex. Thanks for being real. Thank you, Quick Stanger. I'm sure I lost a lot of you guys on the weed talk and the TRT talk, but we don't have to agree on everything. That's the nice thing about America. We don't have to agree about everything. But you're not going to be in my life and on a personal level if you're into weed and not dumb shit. It's just not going to happen. Alex is never answering my questions again because I like weed. Again, I don't care that you like weed. You're just not going to be in my life on a personal level. That's all. Look, I have some really close friends that smoke or smoked weed in the past, and they get mad at me when I talk like this. But then when I explain to them my position, they go, okay, I could still be your friend, but if you start smoking weed, I might not be your friend. I might back away a little bit. I might go, I'm good. Hey, Alex, I'm thinking of putting an EcoBoost motor in my GT. Any recommendation to make this happen? No, you're not. Tim Anders, he's down in Australia. It's a very, very quick NA S550. Jeff Smallwood said, hey, thanks. Just wanted to clarify this 680 cranker wheel horsepower wheel. You never heard at the end of it in high school. Sticks and stones, bro. Sticks and stones. Yeah, Smallwood. I get it. But 680 wheel is what I'm talking about. Any single time I reference horsepower, it is wheel. Again, flywheel horsepower. I don't give a fuck about flywheel horsepower. Okay, I'm going to start getting close to ending it. 10 o'clock is quickly approaching. That means I'm going to be on for like an hour and 45 minutes, which is a lot. I got on rants. I talked about the 7.3. I talked about Kobe and the people fucking trying to capitalize on his death, which is fucked up. Talked about the Mach One. Talked about the 7.3 and the Fox and what the potential outcome of that's going to be. So that'll be interesting once we kind of, get more into it. I'm sure there's going to be some badass NA numbers on that 7.3. It'll be interesting what happens once they boost that vehicle. Justin Johnson says, you've got the pothead snowflakes pissed now. That's true. Just like there are snowflakes about politics, there are pothead snowflakes who live, breathe, and their whole universe centers around weed. So that means, in my opinion, you're a fucking loser. John Cardone says, thoughts on a killer chiller? Killer chillers are great. The problem with the killer chiller is this, I think. You can cool you can cool it as much as possible, but once you take off from like at a track, the AC stops working, but I think that everything stays cold enough that by the time you're done at the track, it's not going to get so hot. So let's say your IATs are 80 on a 100-degree day. They'll probably be 120 at the end of the track. That's better than starting off at 140 and then being 160, 170 at the end of the track. I think you're going to be in good hands if you have a killer chiller. I love the thought of a killer chiller or a insta chiller or after chiller. It's a very good setup, and I've thought about it for the Fairmont, putting an air conditioner in there for the sole purpose of cooling IAT for the Edelbrock setup once I go big boy boost. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Fucking big blue PA. Daily driver 03 Cobra stock blower, full bolt-ons, 93 octane, and East Texas heat humidity. Killer chiller or try to fit a VMP triple pass heat exchanger. I would do both. If you can't swing it, I would do both. What's the rolling coal of power adders? Power adders? Rolling coal is like a byproduct of more fuel. So of power adders? I guess I don't get the question. I'm sorry. None. Rolling coal of power adders. I don't know. Blue Collar Daily says, mine does, Alex. Leaned out to a .97 on full boost. Have to pick between death, aka TC half off or risk it, or talk to your buddy how to do it, please. Our Lund tunes, just hit us up, dude. Just say, look, my car. Wait a minute. Why don't you just kill traction control? Yeah, kill traction control. Maybe that's why it's not an issue for us. Kill traction control if you're racing anybody. I mean, traction control cuts throttle, and the momentary throttle cut or spark cut might show up as in Lehman, but honestly, turn off traction control if you're racing people. That's how you stop traction control from interfering, right? If you had to do one, would you rather watch a porn movie with your parents or a porn movie starring your parents? With my parents. I'd watch them with my parents. They're actually pretty liberal when it comes to that stuff. Like, they don't really care. Para la próxima, hasta un tecito, hasta un testito. Billy Guns, see you later. Alex Miller, $10 at ID 1700s. X versus FIC 1650s for Gen 3 Whipple DCT, right? DD149. Oh my God, you're just naming all the shit that doesn't matter. I have 1650s in my Fairmont. I have not had an issue. ID 1700Xs are going to be good also. It all depends on what the budget is, but they tune similarly. But I currently have 1650s in my car. I have not had any issues with FIC 1650s. I'm not going to say they're better than 1700s. I'm just going to tell you I've never had any issue at all with FIC 1650s. Alex, do you think the Ford GT has disappeared? For the time being, yeah. It's going to appreciate for a little bit. I'm sure Ford will bring it out in 10 more years with some other badging and some other dumb shit, just like they did this time. They did 600. Okay. The man is talking about Revin Evan, which is Evan Smith. He has a YouTube channel. If you want to go over there, and he'll talk about the 7.3. I don't even talk about the 7.3 because I don't care. I'm not even going to delve into it. I don't give two shits about the 7.3. But Revin Evan covers everything Ford related, so he'd be your best source for that shit. Wait, does Lund turn off traction control with your tunes? No, god damn it. You do it yourself. You go into the hood, open the hood, you go to the ABS little thing, unplug it, and go down the track. Oh, but I want traction control on. Okay, then deal with it in Lehman stuff or spark cut. I don't know who Tang Stang is. Sorry. I've never heard of Tang Stang. Sorry. Look, I'm not in on all that YouTube shit. I don't care. I don't know who Tang Stang is. I cringe when I hear the word burble tune. What do you suggest should be the first model from a 19 Roush RS3? 19? Take the blower off of it? A Whipple blower or an Edelbrock TVS. Oh my God. Should I put a Roush supercharger on my 18 Mustang GT? Nope. Yee versus Taquache in the quarter mile. Who you got your money on? Taquache, because those motherfuckers, they're stupid, but some of them roll out. I wouldn't fuck with any Mexicans with their trucks. Some of the work trucks make 800 horsepower. How much average up from stock to E85 tune with a 5.0? How much average horsepower from stock? Probably 20 or so. Someone said I was logging on the street, Blue Collar Daily. Okay, turn off traction control, brother. Turn off traction control, especially on a shift. I tell people usually if it's a 10 or 80 car, give me a 3, 4, 5 shift so they're already rolling, but make sure traction control is off. And if you have an 800 plus horsepower car and you don't have drag radials, you're fucking retarded. You're absolutely fucking retarded. How much power can an automatic 18GT gain with a ported manifold, steer cold air intake, and some free-flowing cooks? Wow, a lot. You'll probably go from 440 to like 470. I got something in my eye. I didn't want to come out. That thing's fucking bad. JR Hansen says, you'd mentioned something about Eaton coming out with a 3-liter TVS supercharger. Any new info on that? Nah, man. I have no contacts in the supercharger world anymore. My guy Nick went from Edelbrock to Whipple, so TVS world is nothing. I have no contact with Eaton or anyone in that world, so I'm literally flying blind when it comes to Eaton stuff. Coyote Car Guy, hey bud. Mika Brown says, Tang Stang drug demonology ass. Okay. Are we talking Tang Stang like Robert Van Norris or whatever? I think that's who you're talking about, because he has an orange Mustang, so I guess that's what his screen name is. I just know him from by his real name. Alex, what do you think about renting an apartment versus buying a house? I'm 26, I'm single. What's your experience? I've owned 2 houses in my life. Worst experience in my life. I felt nothing, unless you're looking to start a family and you need a house. I don't get it. If you have a bunch of money saved up and you want it to go into like a physical asset, like a home, it's very smart. But honestly, I hated owning a home. 2 homes. One was newer, one was older. Fucking the worst thing on the planet. Stupid. Just like the money pit. All the money that I wanted to fuck with cars went into the house. And then when I sold it, I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? I'm not starting a family. I don't need a 3-2 with a garage and a yard that I have to mow and plow every fucking winter. Dude, if you want to start a family, have at it. If you're 26 and single, get a condo. Van Norris. Thank you, Mika Brown. Yeah. So that's Tang Stang, I guess. Original Tang Stang is David Van Voris. Van Voris, or is it Van Norris? God damn it. 7.3 with an Odin blower plus a burble tune. 7.3 with a Odin blower and a burble tune. Cobra Trick 96. Love it. Thank you for the laugh. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It is 10:03. I've been on way too fucking long. My eye's about to pop. Hopefully you guys will get some videos this week. I don't know, maybe not. Fuck it. Depending on what happens this week, I'm going to see if I can drive a 4R200 equipped like 1100 horsepower GT500. And then we're going to go ahead and then potentially dyno the 3-valve that was featured on my channel way back when. But lately we found out it has some cam issues. Of course, fucking 3-valves and their phaser issues are starting to rear their ugly head again, even if it's built. 3-valve is still a fucking 3-valve. Jared Stallworth gave me $2 and says, you got any weird fetishes? No, I don't. That's a weird fucking question. All right, let me get out of here. Be done with it. We'll get after it next week. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.